What is up, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're gonna do a course review video. We are out at a park or a course that I don't play at a lot because it's about an hour and a half away. But this is Henslee Park. It is from what I can remember, an abandoned golf course turned into disc golf course / park. It's got technically 3 layouts. It's got the gold layout, which is insane. It could push MA1 pro level. Then you have rose gold, which is some shortened holes / some easy holes. And then there's the red layout, which is all the really short holes. It'll make more sense as we go through, but we're going to jump right in. I'm going to throw some warm-up shots with my Total Eclipse Hex and ESP Cicada, and then we'll throw the actual shot with the Neutron time lapse. The first hole that we'll start off on today is hole 1. It is a par 4. UDIS calls it 597. T sign says 547. It is the long pin position. But we're going to get some warm-up throws in because I just drove an hour and a half and putted for maybe 2 minutes. So here we go. You know, I forget how good that hex flies. It's so beautiful. Next we'll throw the Cicada. My hands need to warm up some because it's cold today. It's winter. Go figure. Here we go. ESP Cicada. Yeah. It's another beauty. Softed it, but it felt good. So, now for the actual shot. The time lapse. I'm going to try to throw this with a little bit more power and really get a flight out there. I think I'm going to still want to be right like those 2 shots were for this long pin position, but we're just going to rip one out there and see where we end up. Here we go. I burned it. All right. That hurt. But there we go. On we go. All right. So we're actually not in a terrible spot. So basically, this big tree right here on my left, basically about maybe 5 feet to the right, is where the basket is. I'm debating if I want to throw forehand with the stabilizer or just try to throw a floaty backhand up and over. It does drop off pretty bad, but it's still a carry to get there. I think, just to be safe, I think we're going to throw the floaty backhand. This is a spin, so it shouldn't fade or anything on me. Slight right to left wind. Yeah. Should be a good disc. Aim a little bit to the right. Throw it flat, hopefully let it drift over. Or do that and hit the tree. That's alright. We'll take a par on the first hole. I haven't played this course in a minute, and we're still trying to warm up in this 40-degree weather. But let's go make an up shot. All right. A little bit out, but I'm gonna try to give this soft run. Yeah, that's about as soft run as one can do it. There we go. All right, on to hole 2. It is 153. I think UDIS calls it 147. It's just a little chip over the pond. So this is the interesting thing. So since we're playing the rose gold layout today, the way it works is 9 holes, they take the golds and they put you at a short tee, and then they give you the 9 red holes as well to give you rose gold. And then there's a few gold holes that they just leave as gold. So, but we're gonna just throw, I think, a little standstill flick with the Zone OS. Nice. All right. So we went in here. So 1, 2, 3. Put that there. All right. Still tap in par. Perfect. So we're gonna throw cicada flat, and if we get up there, we get up there. If not, we don't. But here we go. Go. Okay. That might be edge of circle. We'll take it. If I sound out of breath through this video, it's because this place is a hike. I will give it that. But yeah, just a little bit outside the circle. Give this a little jumper. See if we can make it. That's fine. It's not that big of a deal. I'm not leaving myself good looks right now. So you gotta take what you can get. Here we are. That big orange tree, basically right in the center of the screen, all the way out there, is where the basket is. It is 441. I think we're gonna try to throw time lapse just out to the left and let it swing back in. So don't throw it low. Here we go. Yeah, that was a nice smooth shot. I think we're gonna be short, but I'll take it. So we ended up a little bit short, which is about what I expected. I'm gonna throw just a little Annie with the Zone OS just to get it close and tap in the par. Or give myself a long look for the par. That works too. Oh, that one was not ideal. It's all right. We've got it. Dang, that sucked. A little pull on my part. Let's try this again. Here we go. Thought I missed that high for a second. Alrighty. Alright, so we took a bogey. Now we're on to hole 5. Make sure where this puppy is. I can see where I need to swing it to. Okay. It is all the way at the bottom of the hill. This is a tricky one. Tailwind doesn't help much. I think we're gonna throw forehand with the time lapse. Just because of the downhill nature, I think we should be fine. Yeah, we're gonna try to push it, not through this big gap, but this second one off to the right. Just throw a nice smooth forehand. I think if it pushes enough, we should be fine. So, here we go. I think it's gonna be short, but I think it's gonna be good. Let's go. I would love to know where that hit. I mean, it's upside down, so my idea is it came in, hit, and rolled, but I just don't know how. But hey, we got the bird, so we're back to even par. Let's go. Heck yeah. Hole 6. It's par 4. It's either 337 or 337, 537 or 565. You've got a Mando left of this tree on my right. I think we're just gonna throw time lapse again. This headwind doesn't scare me too bad. I think if I can punch this and still see some push before I lose it over the hill, I think we're looking golden. So, nothing crazy, just nice and smooth up the hill. So that should still give me a good ways in. Here we go. Well, I didn't lose it, but I made the Mando, which was my first worry. I think to play it safe, because I know there's a drop off on the backside. I think to play it safe, I think we'll throw hex, basically just left of that big bushy tree in the middle of our frame. So I think that's our shot, just to be safe, because the hex goes forever. So I have confidence that it can give us a good look, or maybe just an outside the chance, maybe C2 look. Luckily we're on a ridge, and the basket's basically, it's straight ahead, but it's basically on like that lower stuff. So we should be fine. Said, just want to throw this flat, smooth, just let it go. This little uphill run up kind of scares me, but should be fine. A little bit left. All right. I knew that was gonna happen. That was awful. This little chip forehand with the stabilizer. Sit. Hopefully this thing's set and I've actually... Nope, it definitely rolled. Dang. That sucks. See if I can make this. Here we go. It almost got there. All right, back to 1 over par. We've got a tricky shot here because technically the hole is straight that way, but you cannot get there. Trust me, I was out here with my dad a while back and we tried it and it didn't work. So the goal is to get as left as possible but still pushing. So my idea is maybe D2 low on some hyzer, but I think we might throw Terra. So I think the D2 might still push too long that way. So yeah, I think we're gonna go Terra. Try to hit this middle gap. Yeah, just slight hyzer through there. Let it push around, I think. It's the goal. But here we go. I did not get as far as I wanted it to. Let me throw the D2. So I picked up the other disc. Come to find out, my D2 was actually perfect. It's off. It was off over there and actually farther forward than where the Terra is, and had a wide open shot in. But I think we're still good here. The basket is tucked up there, but I think I can throw T-bird flat and push it in there. So that's what we're gonna try to do. Just try to get it just left of this tree. We can be tight to it. Maybe ring up something. Here we go. That was beautiful. I actually think we might have been a little deep of the basket, but I think that was a perfect miss. Like I said, went a little deep. I ended up pushing actually past the basket, so maybe I could have thrown the Terra since it is a little bit more stable, but I like the shot we threw. So make this putt, get another bounce back. Oh my gosh, dude. Putting is just off today. I didn't get the bounce back bird, but on to hole 8. 298 it's saying, par 3. You might be able to see just through this gap on the right, which is a 10-thing gap, but I think we're gonna throw balance, a little bit up high, flat, try to maybe stall it in there, I think is the name of the game. Get above that first set of hanging leaves. I think we should be golden. Here we go. Might push too straight. Or just throw it inside. That always helps too, you know. Throw it high and inside and you can get there every time. All right, so I did not fight through, but I might have a little cheeky forehand flick throw in. Flashback to when everyone was doing it at D-Glow this year. Ooh, yeah, this one's tricky. Alrighty, this is the quintessential don't mess this up shot. Says it's 209. I find that hard to believe, but we'll take it. You can throw a spin. Here you go. This is the quintessential don't mess this up shot. And I messed it up. Alrighty. Here we are again. And that's how you do layups. All right, we are still 1 over for the round. We are on hole 10. It's either 562 or 677. Throw the time lapse out there, nice and smooth, maybe a little on the left side. Headwind kind of scares me now that we saw on hole 7 that it flips it over. So never mind, we'll aim straight down the middle of the fairway. All right, here we go. Yeah, nice drift, fade out, beautiful shot. Should be right down in the center cut. A little soft, like 1.5 step backhand with the envy. Slightly left of it. Or way left of it. That was really bad. So the shot ended up not being as bad as I thought it was. Still not great though. But maybe we can actually make this. Punch it at the basket, Johnson. All right. Hole 11. It is 605 feet. Par 4. Got two different ideas here. One idea is try to smash a time lapse. Get some drift out of it. Come back. The other, kind of do the same thing with the Sagara. I think that's the better alternative. Try to keep it on this left side. So just let it go into the hill. Slipped a little bit because of the mud, but that's fine. Alrighty. We're here. I throw forehand. So here we go. Oh, that's got to get left so fast. And sit. And sit. That was not good. Not a great shot, but it made it. Whatever. Alright, so still haven't made a birdie. We're on to hole 12. I believe this is in the 615 foot position. We're gonna throw this lightweight 166 gram Mayhem. Try to throw it flat and just let it drift. Nice and smooth with it. Or yank on it at the last second, shove it into the woods, rolled back out, but now we're screwed and we're gonna take another par. Gosh almighty, dude. Flat, the drift, come back to it. Yeah, should be pretty money. I'm too close. Threw that a little too soft. Alright, here we are, hole 13, par 3, 343. I think I can push a putter there backhand. I also want to test to see if I could potentially get a forehand there. So, heads, backhand is my shot. Tails, forehand is my shot. Backhand's the shot. All right. Here we go. Backhand's juiced. Here you go. And the long range putt. Oh. All right, hole 14. Sign says 477. I doubt that. Throw an Anheuser here. Wow, the wind just ate that, and I threw that on. I'm gonna throw a soft forehand with the Terra, I think. Yep. Here we go. Oh my gosh, dude. What am I doing? Alrighty. Hole 16, 305 uphill. We'll see about that. Drop. Drop. Jeez. Alrighty. Here you go. That was bad. Should have probably just tried to. Yeah. Should have tried to do that. Of course, it stinking rolled, dude. Alrighty, ladies and gents, we are on to hole 18, the final hole, 772 foot par 5. We're gonna, of course, throw the time lapse straight down the gut, try to get some turn. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I tried a different camera or a different focus setup, so hopefully y'all can see the flights a little bit better. If so, awesome. If not, we'll just have to keep trying. I'll do my quick review right now. Henslee Park, it's a fun course. Rose gold is definitely the way to play it. Just because if you just do the reds, you're only playing 9 holes. But if you do the golds, you need to probably have at least 450 feet of distance. And I'm not talking about full S-turn 450. I mean, just a dead straight fade 450. Because these holes are insane. I mean, we're probably 100 feet forward of the gold tees for this hole, and it's still 772 feet. So, 1, that, and then 2, this course is a hike. You're a lot of up and downs. From 12 to 13 is a little bit of a walk. You basically have to walk back past hole 7, the big U-turn. You have to basically walk past that and the green of 6 to get to the tee of 13. Yeah, so you're doing a lot of walking, and then to get from 14's basket back to 15, you basically have to walk back across the fairway to get to 15, to then throw up and then throw across and then throw back down to then come over here. So the layout's a little weird on the rose gold, but it's still a fun layout. And like I said, it's a hike, so you're gonna get your exercise in. But let's finish this off with hopefully a birdie. Get to 3 down on the round? No. I'll do the math when we get up to 18, and I'll tell y'all once we tap out. So here we go. Oh, it's got a turn. Get out of it, dude. Dude, that was so bad. All right, so even though that was a shank and a half, we're still sitting pretty. I'm really trying to debate. I think solid forehand out this gap might be the play, as much as I want to try to just smack another distance driver out there. Trying to think. I'm gonna throw something different. We're gonna throw the Sagara on some Annie. So I'm gonna move you guys, or throw it flat on some, and hopefully get some Anheuser turn out of it. So I'm gonna move you guys over here so y'all can hopefully see a little bit more of the flight. Try to get this flat out of this gap and then drifting left. So here we go. The tall grass affected me a lot more than I thought, but that's a pretty darn good shot right there. And awful shot. Dude, why can't I just... How did I throw a better upshot with a fairway driver? You know, sometimes it might just be my depth perception. This actually isn't as far out as I thought it was. Yay! 2 down on the round. That's awesome. It's a great round out here. Some fall aparts, some failures. Especially on 14, 15, 16. No, 16 I made the 14, 15, and 17. Definitely rushed those shots because there was a family of kids next to me. So one, I was trying not to get the kids in shots, so I was trying to get through as fast as I could to try to get ahead of them. And then 2, was also just trying to make sure I wasn't in their way. But other than that, besides those few holes, and my missed judgment on some shots, good round. Made some cool putts. My putting kind of heated up after a little bit. Made some putts, made some good putts. Made some meh putts, or missed some should have been makeable putts. But outside of that, thank you guys so much for watching. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more course reviews like this, let me know in the comments below. I think this is a fun way for me to still get to play some courses that I usually play or don't really play, and y'all get some content out of it, because trying to shoot a particular round is stressful on me, especially when, you know, like Saunders Ferry, I want to shoot 10 down, but then I get through 9 holes and I'm 1 under, like, and I know how scoreable the back, or how not scoreable the back nine is, and so it just makes it hard to continue the video. But yeah, course reviews like this, I don't have to set myself to a standard. I can just kind of play free, play loose, and try to get you guys some good content. Again, I hope the fire trucks. I hope the new cameras settings look good. I hope y'all were able to see more of the flights out of it. But until then, stay safe out there, and see you on the next one. Peace.